Hello, I'm Philip Stoughton. I'm here at SMTAi in Chicago, and I'm joined by Priyanka from Intel. Priyanka, thanks for stopping by to chat. You've had 2 jobs here already, so you were chairing a session in the Women in Manufacturing thing, and then you were giving your own presentation. Give me a kind of a flavor of why it's important for Intel to be at these kind of events and be involved in SMT technology.
So we do have board and product side of the like manufacturing and SMT process and everything. So most of the people that you see here are from that area. In my previous job role, I was also closely related with failure analysis of the board level components, and that's how I got involved with the SMT. And I started writing some papers because I went a little bit more into deep dive into failure analysis and documented my work and got to present here.
Okay, and how did the presentation go? What kind of questions are you being asked about failure analysis at the moment?
Yeah, so most of the questions actually, some of them were like a little bit of feedback of whether, people were curious if we were doing some, some studies on, for example, like one of my problem was that one of the device failed because it failed a moisture level test, and then they were thinking whether we did not do that study before, and it was a good feedback and a good question. And so, I told them that, that's what we recommended because we had already had the data, and we informed that, this is how it should be done, and we did our homework.
Yeah. I think it's really interesting to see big companies like Intel at a show like this that's focused on SMT technology. We don't see them as an exhibitor, but for them to be participating at an OEM at an almost customer level informs the development of the companies here. Is that something that a lot of the companies here exhibiting talk to you about, what they should be doing to support a company like Intel?
I think most of the time that I have talked to vendors here is directly related to my work. Sometimes I talk to when I was working on underfills, I went to their booth like Henkel and all those companies, and I was just trying to see what are the upcoming underfills and what are they planning, what is their roadmap and things like that. When I was working on conformal coatings, then I used to go to, I talk to some people in coating specialists and try to find out what is upcoming and how are they planning to remove those. And so it is very, very much related to, usually what I'm working on. And I plan in advance, which one I want to go and talk to and what kind of information I'm planning to gather.
Yeah.
So it is much more I have already planned for it, when I come here so that I don't get lost because there's so many.
Yeah. And so much interesting stuff. And you've just finished a major project, which is what you gave a presentation on. What's the next big thing for you? What's your next challenge?
So I recently changed my job, and from a failure analysis lab, I went to data center, and I am learning a little bit of program management side, and this is less technical as compared to what I have done entire life, and I wanted to take a professional challenge, and hence I moved to this job role.
Okay, well, fantastic, Priyanka. Thanks for chatting to me. We're going to be talking about women in technology separately, but in the meantime, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.